You're listening to Profit Without Worry, episode number 87. Today it's time for us to reclaim the F word. You know, funnel. Marketing funnels, sales funnels, just plain old funnels. We need to reclaim it and talk about what it really stands for and what it means for your business. Hey there, I'm Michelle Evans, and this is the show where coaches, experts, and business owners like us get real about what it takes to create a profitable online business. I can tell you from experience that nonstop hustle plus random acts of marketing do not equal success. So how do we attract a steady flow of clients and sales without all the hustle? This is the Profit Without Worry podcast. Well, hello there and welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. If you're in the United States, happy 4th of July week. I love hanging out and tuning in every week with you, and I hope that you have some fun planned this week. For those of you outside the US, I hope you have a great week too. It's just, we're celebrating Independence Day here. All right. Hey, have you taken the time to subscribe to the show so that you never miss an episode? If not, it is so easy to do. You can go to your podcast app of choice, or you can just go to profitwithoutworry.com and /free, and you can get my Profit Without Worry download, and I'll let you know every week when a new episode comes out. I also want to remind you that I'd love to hear from you. Yes, you. It's super easy. You can email me at michelle@michelleLevans.com or just hit me up on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Tag me and use the hashtag Profit Without Worry so that I see your message. Ask a question, leave a comment, or just say hi. I love to put a face with your name and know who is tuning in each and every week. All right, let's start off today with a question. When I say the word funnel, marketing funnel, sales funnel, or just plain old funnel, what comes to mind for you? Do you think about pushy, overly salesy, super hypey marketing that you want no part of? My friend, Dr. Michelle Mazer, she says, she's the author of The 3-Word Rebellion. She calls it bro dude marketing. But if you do, it's no wonder. The way that so many gurus out there teach about funnels has always felt really yucky and off to me. Like a funnel is either designed to maximize fear of missing out so that you as the funnel builder can slide into your audience's wallet, or like some machine process that you crank everyone through with the only goal that you have is tricking them out of their money as quickly as humanly possible. I know I have seen people actually talk about not tricking, but like, here's the fastest way to cash, and here's your fastest path to cash, and how to get people to whip out their wallets right away. And I'm always like, not that I have a problem with people buying stuff from me, but if that's like your approach, then you clearly don't care about your audience. Or some of them teach NLP tactics that are designed specifically to create confusion, to create overwhelm, to create a feeling of total and complete inadequacy so that your audience feels like they have no choice but to buy. Ugh, yuck, icky factor, right? I don't know about you, but that's not how I want to build my business. I want to build my business for the long term. What if creating a marketing funnel was, instead of all that yuckiness, what if it was about serving your audience instead of tricking them? What if you created a funnel in a way that thrilled your audience because it feels personal, relevant, and really helpful instead of sleazy and overwhelming? What if you had a funnel that worked so well it also gave you peace of mind in your business, so you could enjoy your summer months if you're here in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, I understand it's not summer for you, but we're about to go into the, 2.5, 3 months of sunshine here in the Seattle area, and I can't help but be excited about it. And what if you could profit without worry? It's 100% possible. So together, you and we're going to take back the F word. We're going to take it back from those sleazy, pushy people out there. And let's talk about how. So there's 3 things that I'm going to talk about today. The first one is I really want you to think about creating your marketing funnel with the intention to serve. Oh my gosh. When I think about how you can approach your marketing, you can approach it from a eyes on you point of view, or you can create it with an eyes on your audience point of view. I prefer to create it with an eyes on my audience because I've always, even when I worked in banking, when I worked at a .com, and when I worked at Microsoft, I always would create my marketing with the intention to serve and connect and really to give my audience value, even if they didn't buy from me right now. Because I know that right now, today might not be the time for you to buy from me. I know that time might be a year from now, maybe 3 years from now. And that's okay. I'm still going to create with the intention to serve, because the more that I serve, the more you're going to be ready. And the more you're ready, the more likely I am to have a new client, right? And look, this plays out in my business. I shared last summer, so almost a year ago, I had one of my first coaching clients, well, not my first, but one of my earlier coaching clients come to me and say, "Hey, Michelle, I am ready to create a marketing funnel for my business." And I originally worked with her, I think in 2014, but it might have been 2013. And so, she was a client who, I served, she paid me, we worked together, we did great things together. She went off to have a great time. But at that time in my business, I was really focused on coaching people how to start a side hustle and turn it into a business so they could leave their jobs. And she left her job and started something new. And, fast forward quite a few years. And because of my continued intention to serve my audience, she came back and brought her partner and said, "We got to work with you." So we worked together in September, October, November. They launched in January after taking a little time off in December. And then recently they came back to me again. They said, "Okay, that's off and running. We want to do something even more now, and we're ready to take it that next step. We want to work with you again." That's what happens when you create with the intention to serve. I have story after story after story like that, where I've had sales calls with people where it wasn't the right time then, but, I laid the groundwork and they came back to me, 3 months later, 6 months later, 12 months later and said, "Okay, I'm ready. Let's go." It's serving first and finding the right time to sell. And again, I'm not afraid to sell. I'm not afraid to say, "Hey, let's work together and let's move forward and let's really do this." But I want to make sure it's a win-win. And so when I create my marketing funnels, I do the same thing. I create it with the intention to serve. I feel like the marketing funnels that I create, I want it to be a stand-in for me having conversation after conversation with you. And so I want you to get the pieces of my marketing funnel and feel like, "Oh my gosh, this is so great. This is so valuable. This is exactly what I needed to answer this question that I had. I'm ready for the next step." And I hope that when you're creating marketing funnels for your own business, that you're doing that as well. One of the best ways that I know to do that is to get so in touch with what your audience is talking about. What is the pain that they have? What are the desires that they have? What is it that they're asking for? Get in touch with that and then create things to serve. I first kind of became aware of this intentional act through Denise Duffield Thomas. And if you're not familiar with her, she has a book called Get Rich Lucky Bitch, and she has some products and all sorts of stuff. She's a great money coach, but she doesn't do one-on-one coaching anymore. Now she does her programs. And I would see her show up in Facebook groups answering questions, but she'd answer them with blog posts, with videos, with podcasts, whatever that she had done. So what she was doing is she was gathering these questions from the communities, and then she was going off and creating some content for it. So she would create a blog post or a video or something about this question that pops up over and over. And then the next time somebody asked it, she had it ready to go. And it was I was like, this is so simple, but so brilliant. I love it. And so I started doing that as well. I would create content that was specifically answering people's questions. And, it just grows your audience organically because they're like, look, you're already answering my question I didn't even know that I had when you created this. And now it's right here for me, ready to go. And then all you have to do is have a opt-in within that resource that you created, and it helps get them into your marketing funnel so that you can keep serving them. So this is what I mean when I say create your marketing funnel with the intention to serve. That's not the intention for me to go into a Facebook group and be like, oh, gotta buy my thing, right? That's not what I want to do, because this leads right into point number 2. So point number 1 was create with intention to serve. Point number 2 is be in this for the long game. Be willing to build a community. The people who teach you to slide on up into people's wallets in like 2.5 seconds and, just sell and make people feel overwhelmed and inadequate and all this kind of stuff, I don't feel like they're in it for the long game. I don't feel like they care one whit about building a community. I think that they only care about how fast can I get into your wallet and move on, right? That's not the kind of business I want to create, because number 1, it requires a crazy amount of advertising and investing and marketing activities to keep that up, because you constantly have to be in front of new people. Because when they buy your thing, if you don't really care about them, you just want to get the sale as fast as possible, then you constantly have to look for new suckers to buy your stuff, right? I don't want to think about my audience as suckers. I want to think about them as amazing humans who have a really cool product or service or program or event that they want to get out to the world. I want to think about these as people that I want to invest my time and resources to connect with and to build a community with. I'm in this for the long game in my business. I don't plan on closing up shop and moving on to the next, get rich quick scheme like some people are. How about you? Are you in it for the long term? Are you playing the long game in your business? Are you willing to build a community and really connect and invest with people? And if so, a marketing funnel is an absolutely phenomenal way to do that, because you're able to really get in there and build things that answer people's questions, that help them have an aha, to set yourself up as, with an unfair advantage, really, as to their, chosen mentor, chosen leader, chosen expert, however you want to define yourself. It really gives you the opportunity to set your stage and say, hey, here's what I'm about. Here's what I'm going to help share with you. Here's the problem that I'm going to help you solve. You want to stick around? And a lot of times the right people will be like, heck yeah, I want to stick around and be a part of this community because it's really valuable for me. All right. So number 1 was create with an intention to serve. Number 2 is be in this for the long game and build your community. And number 3 is be clear on the golden threads that connect your marketing funnel to your audience's pains and desires. I think one of the reasons that so many people get turned off by this idea of a marketing funnel is that it's kind of grossly clear, like the kind that makes you want to take a shower and be like, well, that a lot of people are only in it for you to buy from them. Again, they just don't care about you. But when you are clear on the golden thread that connects your marketing, your offer, your marketing funnel with your audience's pains and desires, it creates this beautiful, connection where you're able to meet people at their problem. So a lot of times I'll hear people say stuff like, I don't know what I should be doing. Should I be having a podcast? Should I do a video? Should I, focus on Instagram? Should I be on Facebook? They're just asking all these things about what they should do. And my first question always, always, always is, what's the pain that you're trying to solve? What is your audience looking for? And where are they looking for those answers? Are they on Facebook asking friends about this or groups about this? Then yeah, be on Facebook. But if they're on LinkedIn sharing, asking questions, sharing things, then you should probably be on LinkedIn. Or if they're searching Pinterest for ideas, then you should probably be on Pinterest. You got to know where your people are. And you got to know what the questions are that they're asking, because that's the golden thread that ties your audience in to why they'd even want to be getting your marketing funnel. Because if they have a question, if they have a pain, if they're saying, help me understand this, help me see the possibilities here, you can create this beautiful marketing funnel that helps them solve that problem and see the pain points and see, what's possible. And you can give them an offer for whatever it is that you have to offer. If it's your one-on-one service, if it's a product or program that you have, if it's some event that you have, as long as you tie it in and keep your audience front and center in what you're doing and what you're thinking and how you're approaching this, marketing funnels can be an amazing tool to do that. And people will be like, thank you. I get emails quite frequently from people in my marketing funnels that say, thank you so much for this. This really helped me have, this aha, or it really helped answer this question, or it really helped me see what exactly a marketing funnel is all about. If you can do that for your audience, if you know what that golden thread is that they're looking for when they say, I have this problem, I'm looking for answers, and suddenly you show up and you not only have an answer, but you help paint the picture of what else is possible. Holy cow, is that really, really valuable. And honestly, when I say be in this for the long game, this is part of it, is really understanding at a deep, deep, deep level what your audience is looking for. And a lot of times people that are teaching this out there, people that are doing marketing, they're so anxious to get a sale or to see if this is going to work that they don't take the time to really dive into it and look at it through their audience's eyes. Look at what they're putting in front of their audience from a newbie's perspective, right? They don't know what you know about this stuff. And so when you get really clear on that golden thread that connects your marketing funnel with your audience's pain and desires, you will be unstoppable, because they will feel seen and understood and like you are the person who can help get them there. All right, so let's recap this really quick. So number 1, create with the intention to serve. Number 2, be in this for the long game and build a community. And number 3, be clear on the golden threads that connect your marketing funnel to your audience's pains and desires. When you come at it with that more holistic, wholehearted, more loving approach. I hate to use those soft and squishy terms, but it's true. When you just want to serve your audience and really help them get to that next level, and you create marketing from that place, boy, does it come across in your marketing. Oh, boy, does it come across in your voice and what you do. And, it just really, people won't even realize they're in a marketing funnel because it's so different from what they think of. And they feel like, wow, you get me, you understand me, you have what I need to move forward. I am ready to listen. All right, I hope this hits home for you. And I'd love to hear how this goes for you as you go through this and you really take a look at the marketing you have. What ahas did you have? I mean, are you creating with an intention to serve? Are you in this for the long game, or are you listening to people who are trying to get like super quick wins, but in the end create a lot more work for you? Do you know the golden thread that connects your marketing funnel to your audience's pains and desires? And are you happy with how your marketing shakes out for you? I'd love to hear from you. Hit me up on social media, or you can email me, Michelle@michellelevans.com. And as you were listening to this, did you think of someone who could use these insights about creating profit without worry in their business? Because you can't have profit without worry without a marketing funnel. If you can think of someone who could use this information, would you do both of us a big favor and share this episode with them? It's super easy to do from whatever podcasting app you're listening on, or you can just share the URL for today's show, which is profitwithoutworry.com/episode-87. And your friend can listen right there on their computer or phone. And don't forget to download your freebie, the 5 Steps to Profit Without Worry. You can get that at today's show notes or go to profitwithoutworry.com/free so that you can see what it takes to create a movement with your marketing, to create that marketing funnel that is setting your business up for the long term, not just short term quick wins that people teach about. All right, have an amazing week. And I'll see you back here next week. Same time, same place, on another great episode of Profit Without Worry. I'll see you then.